Once upon a time, in a magical kingdom far, far away, lived a beautiful princess named Snow White. She was as fair as her name, with skin as white as snow, lips as red as roses, and hair as black as ebony. She lived with her wicked stepmother, the queen, who was secretly a wicked witch. Every day, the queen asked her magic mirror, "Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And every day, the mirror replied, "You, my queen, are the fairest of them all." But Snow White grew up, and one day the mirror said, "Snow White is the fairest of them all." Filled with jealousy and rage, the wicked queen ordered a huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and to leave her there, never to return. The kind-hearted huntsman could not harm the sweet princess, so he let her go and told her to run far away. Lost and afraid, Snow White wandered deep into the forest until she stumbled upon a little cottage. Curious and exhausted, she entered to find everything inside was tiny: the chairs, the tables, and the beds. It was a home of 7 dwarfs. Since no one was at home, Snow White tidied up and fell asleep across 3 of the little beds. When the 7 dwarfs returned from their work in the diamond mines, they found Snow White and were surprised to see her. "Who is this lying in our beds?" they wondered. Snow White awoke and told them her tale of woe. The compassionate dwarfs invited her to stay with them, and she became a dear friend to them all, especially Grumpy, who always pretended not to like her. Back at the castle, when the queen turned her magic mirror once more, she was horrified to hear that Snow White was still the fairest in the land and living happily with the 7 dwarfs. Enraged, she disguised herself as an old peddler woman and set off to find Snow White. The queen offered Snow White the most beautiful red apple infused with a deadly poison. Taking one bite, Snow White fell into a deep sleep, a magical slumber that could only be broken by true love's kiss. The dwarfs were heartbroken to find Snow White under the enchanted apple spell. They laid her to rest in a glass coffin in the woods, lovingly tending to her. Hopeful and patient, they stood vigil day and night, waiting for the day someone brave and true would come and break the curse. One day, a handsome prince, who had heard stories of the lovely maiden asleep in the forest, came to see the legendary beauty. Smitten by her charm, he leaned down and gently kissed her cheek. At once, the spell was lifted, and Snow White awoke, bright like the morning sun. Overjoyed, the dwarfs danced and sang as the prince took Snow White to his castle, where they lived happily ever after. Surrounded by joy, warmth, and the gentle laughter of the friendly forest dwarfs who visited often. And in his fit of rage, the wicked queen fled, never to be seen again. And so, in the kingdom, peace and happiness reigned, a testament to the beloved Snow White, the fairest of them all.